Picture this: a single paint chip, smaller than a fingernail, slams into a billion-dollar satellite. Boom! It explodes with the force of a hand grenade. Except this blast happens at 28,000 kilometers per hour. Right now, more than 200,000 pieces of debris, from dead rocket parts to bolts, marbles, and paint flakes, are rocketing around Earth. Each one is a potential bullet. But here's the wild part. Only 44,870 of these objects are actually tracked. The rest? Invisible, uncharted, and totally unpredictable. Think about it. There are more tracked space bullets than taxis cruising New York City. Except these never stop moving. Ever. Zoom out, and the scale gets dizzying. Over 1.2 million objects larger than 1 centimeter are zipping around up there. Each one could cripple a satellite. That's as many deadly chunks as there are people in Dallas, Texas. Except Dallas isn't hurtling around the planet at bullet speed. But we're still not done. There are at least 130 million pieces larger than a millimeter, more than the population of Japan, all turned into flying pebbles. Even the tiniest fragment, a single millimeter, can puncture a spacesuit or destroy a satellite sensor. So what's all this junk weigh? Add it all up, and you get 16,200 tons of humanity's trash swirling overhead. That's heavier than 2,700 African elephants, all floating in zero gravity. And every single piece, no matter how small, moves at 28,000 kilometers per hour. That's 20 times faster than a rifle bullet. At that velocity, even a 0.1 gram paint fleck, something you could barely see, hits with the energy of a hand grenade. No exaggeration. But a marble-sized chunk? 10 grams at that speed hits like a bowling ball thrown from a speeding race car. That's not survivable. So how do we deal with it? Every single day, satellites get 5 warnings to dodge debris. Imagine every airplane in the world swerving to avoid invisible missiles. The International Space Station isn't immune. It's had to duck and weave at least 30 times since launch. Each move burns fuel and puts the crew on edge. The worst moments? In 2007, a Chinese anti-satellite missile test smashed a weather satellite, instantly creating 3,500 new pieces of deadly shrapnel. Just 2 years later, the accidental collision of Iridium-33 and Cosmos 2251 added another 2,000 chunks. One crash, and space got twice as dangerous. All this chaos feeds what scientists call Kessler Syndrome. Imagine so much junk in orbit. One collision triggers another, like a cosmic car crash domino effect. Back in 1978, NASA scientist Donald Kessler warned that if debris got dense enough, collisions would multiply out of control. In 2024 and 2025, many experts say we crossed that tipping point. It's like stuffing so much junk in your hallway you can barely step through without risking an avalanche. Except the hallway is 300 miles above us. So what are we doing about it? ESA's Clear Space One mission plans to launch in 2028 to grab just one big piece of junk. One, in a landfill the size of a city. Other teams, like Astroscale, are developing orbital vacuum cleaners. Satellites with robotic arms, magnets, even harpoons to fish junk out of the void. But here's the tough reality. We spent 70 years launching thousands of objects into space. Cleaning up will take just as long, maybe longer. It's like tossing trash out your window for decades, then realizing you have to pick up every single piece before you're allowed outside again. Except the clock is ticking. If we don't move fast, low Earth orbit could be off limits for centuries. No satellites, no GPS, no internet, no new launches. Our cosmic backyard? Locked. So, imagine you're in charge. What's your big idea for cleaning up space? Would you send up lasers, gigantic nets, or something totally wild? Drop your best fix in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you do.